I'm Stewart Bloor. This is a trailer for an article on perch fishing, and I'm kicking it off on my local canal. I'm fishing bank sticks, bite alarms, hangers. In other words, it looks like I'm carp fishing, and you would be amazed the number of people who do walk past and say to me, "No carp in here, mate." Well, number one, there are, because I've caught them both by, oh, got one there, both by, into a fish, both by design and by accident when I've been carp fishing. But also, secondly, why do people assume that because you've got rods on bank sticks that you're carp fishing? Let me just net this perch. There it is. Not particularly a big fish, but I've been catching a lot of these so far this morning. It has actually been all systems go this morning. As I said, I've had a number of perch. A couple of them have been half decent. There are much bigger ones in here. A couple of them have been decent enough fish. But I've also had an eel and a pike. Nice pike as well. When I hooked into it and it started to go, I thought it was a carp. As I say, I've caught carp from here before. And it was only when I saw the fish that I realised it was a pike. You never know, do you, what you're going to catch it next. I'm fishing worm, ledgered worm, over dead maggots, put out with brown crumb. If you follow my angling adventures on a regular basis, you'll know that's a favoured tactic of mine, particularly here on the local canal. But check out the article, because there will be other sessions as well that I won't be recording on video, and I write all about them there. All the details will appear later on in this particular video, which, as I said at the start, is a trailer really for the article that I will write. It's all gone quiet now. I think it's the first moment of peace I've had so far this morning in about an hour and a half. And not that I'm complaining, of course. And who knows, there may be another pike in the swim. It's what anglers say, isn't it, when they struggle to catch a fish? Things go quiet. There must be a pike in the swim. Well, sometimes there may be. I'm getting a tap on one of the rods. Although, as I said, I'm fishing with bite alarms and hangers on bank sticks, I'm still looking for that initial tap, that little movement on the rod tip. So it's not a case of just sitting back and casting your rods out and going to sleep or reading a book or something like that. You know, it is still a case of being alert. In fact, I'm as alert fishing like this as if I was actually fishing with a float, where you have to concentrate every moment of your angling time. So don't get the idea that people who fish with this particular style are lazy. For me, some may be. I'm not saying that there aren't people who just cast out and go to sleep or whatever they do. But for me personally, I fish this style because it works. It's effective in this particular place. A lot of overhanging vegetation on the far bank. And unless you fish with a pole, which isn't my particular style anyway, you simply cannot get a bait under there with a float. But with a ledger, just a short hook length link of about 5 inches, it's very easy just to flick the bait under the far bank. As I said, I've been getting these little taps on the end of the rod. I haven't even had a single indication from the bite alarm yet, and I'm actually going to strike, because sometimes the fish, particularly when they're not wary at all, just pick the bait up and start to feed in that area, and they aren't even aware that they've been caught. So let me strike. Well, that one wasn't caught for sure. I'm fishing 2 rods, identical. This is one of them. Shall we take a closer look? The bite alarm there, it's just a basic Fox Micron M, and there's the hanger That's a Nash featherweight with no lead on at all, just a plastic and the clip. Just going to zoom in on that so you can see there. And as I do so, there's a little bit of movement, as you've just seen and heard. The light comes on the alarm there. And then moving along, there's my rod and reel, just fishing 4-pound line. I hope you've enjoyed the little trailer, a few tips and hopefully encouragements as well in there. If you want to find out how I got on, and also in the sessions that will follow from this one, then do check out the article. It'll be on my website, and the publishing date will also appear as well on the screen shortly. Lots of articles on there going back to 2003. I update it every Saturday. It's one of the reasons why it is popular in terms of visitors, because folks know that it will be updated and there will be something fresh to read. Also as well, I've got a Facebook page for my angling journal, and I put on there every time I do an update, whether it's an article, got a little bit of an indication there of something interested in the worm, whether it's an article or sometimes I do a general article on something, or a product review, anything like that. So if you're on Facebook, then do join, or like, I think as it's called now, the Angling Journal Facebook page, and I'll connect with you on there. Tight lines.